Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dave from DLLM Cactus. Today I have a little video of my Callisto cactus, Straussii. This is one of the silver torches I had from last year. It was two, they were standing tall. The wind hit and knocked it over, and we had about 112. I didn't see it, it was on the side of the house. So it was kind of laying down. It doesn't feel like it's root rot. It actually feels more like sun damage, but it could be root rot. It's already making its way up to here. So I wish they could all be fun videos and happy videos about everything's growing perfect, but you know, in gardening, that's not ever the case. So this is kind of a salvage operation now. I'm gonna try to cut close to the damage. You don't want it to be right next to it, but you want to have enough to save and, you know, do a new plant. So I think I can save this here, and then yes, then probably repot this guy. Check out what we have down there. If it's not rotten, just try to cut across it and let it maybe try to come back. But yeah, we'll see. We'll start up top and make sure that we get a nice clean cut as quick as possible on that one. I sanitize with isopropyl, the alcohol wipes, so just make sure on that, and then always just cut away from yourself. But we'll start close to it so we can get as much as we can, and we'll just see the texture when we cut through. Yeah, it looks pretty solid. Like, I don't see any like root rot or anything through there. Yeah, it feels that same texture all the way through. So I'm gonna let this air out. You want to let it dry and callus over. I tend to put cinnamon on it. So I'm gonna let that air out, put a little cinnamon on it. This will help with any bacteria or infection. It's like a natural agent. A lot of people put sulfur. I've always used cinnamon and it works for me. Just kind of make sure it's in. Plus it makes your gloves smell great. But that's gonna be good. I almost want to test it and see what that is. Right there, it looks like sunburn, but the way it's sitting, like, I know this isn't gonna be something I try to save. I just want to see. Yeah, it looks like sunburn. To be honest with you, it's not going from the core, it's on the outside. So I could almost even lay this down and do the log method, which I think I'll try. I'm weird like that. I don't like giving up on plants. I just don't. So I'll tap a little cinnamon on each side, and I'll lay that down in the log method, and we'll see if that works. I'll update on that. So we got 2 tries there. So now it has a big bend there. I don't want it to kind of grow out from there. So what we'll do is we'll just try to cut across it straight. Yeah, because now that I know, I believe it's not root rot. So now that I know that, do I dare try the log method with that? Well, no point in throwing it away now when I'm trying with everything else. But this looks like, it is a little funky. It just feels really firm. So I'm just gonna let it dry. Probably gonna take it out still because I need to get this guy out. I mean, if it is any concerns on the bottom, I don't want this in the same anyways. So what we'll do is we'll probably take it out, get the roots sorted out, and then repot. Pretty dry. I haven't watered it in like 4 days or so. So it should be pretty easy to come apart. Trying not to get any dirt on that top of the part that I just cut. get these separated if I can. That would be mission number one. There we go. Try not to damage too much. But it still feels, oh wow, you can tell too. I got these from Depot and they were from cuttings to begin with. You can tell if it's from seed or not, and these were from cuttings. So it feels firm. So to tell you the truth, I'm not gonna give up on him either. So I'm gonna try all of these and try to get them to come back. Then we really won't have too much loss whatsoever. Just try to give you an example of, you know, just stay the course. Your plants have some issues or whatnot, try to remedy them and give them a new start sometimes, but just try to limit your losses. You just don't want to lose plants altogether. And I believe sometimes people with cactus and succulents, they give up too easy. So don't give up on your plants. It's a little harder route to kind of fight back, but go through it and try to clean them out and see if you get new growth. You'd be amazed at what happens with some of these. You'll be shocked. Like some of these might just grow whole new plants. So I'm gonna get a new pot over here, maybe just a single gallon, get this one potted up. All right, so we got this single gallon pot here. I think it'll be big enough for this root structure for a bit. And what we'll do is we'll kind of get that set up. I have some river rocks in the bottom to kind of promote the drainage. Get it as close to the side as we can here. I think that's about right. Straight mixture again, cactus soil. Almost equal parts perlite, a little bit less than the cactus soil, and then some pea pebbles, like just little gravel. Some of my native soil here in Vegas, which is really sandy and loamy, and then worm castings, just a tad bit. But yeah, I try to, anything that I'm gonna kind of put in the ground at a later point, I definitely try to make sure that I get some of the native soil in, so it doesn't, I don't know, they just transfer better when I do it that way. But have enough dirt in there, make sure he's nice and snug, and then I top dress it with just that all-purpose rock there from Home Depot. Let's give it some weight. Keep the moisture in when it gets hot out. Yep, so he's repotted. Definitely gonna save these. I'm gonna let them dry out, and then I'll kind of do that one in the second part of the video here. It's about 3 days later. I took the bottom cut there. It has roots, so I have that one planted up in kind of this rectangle container. Then we have the top cutting. That's gonna be right there. So we're gonna actually put that in on the left side, right over here. And this container is gonna be pretty well shaded for the next, I'd say, month and a half. That, give it a little chance there. Make sure it's tucked in there. And then we're gonna do the logged method with the last two. We're gonna see, this one's pretty burnt on the bottom, so we'll see. Never give up, so we'll try. Just kind of make a little spot for it to go in there. You just want to lay it down, try to get the green on the top, and then leave the top of the ends a little space, because that's most likely where it will grow from. Then we have one more here. Another log method candidate right there. So we'll get dirt all the way around. And then I won't water this for a sec, but I will do it, I'd say like once every 2 weeks in the beginning, and then start kind of more frequently towards if I know that any roots are starting to develop. But yeah, it's most the most important thing is just a shaded environment. You don't want this in direct sun, especially out here in the desert. So we're gonna give it a chance, and we'll see. Always trying to save it. This was the top cut, and then we got the 2-log method in the bottom, but we'll see. I'll update down the road, and hopefully we can turn what was a bad thing into something positive. All right, we'll see you on the next video.